What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back for a recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is for season 6. I will have the episode number in the description. Okay? So, honey, we start out with the Scotts. They are moving out of this apartment into another apartment, okay? Because wherever y'all live at, honey, like, it just looked like a little small townhouse, okay? But yeah, honey, they are still waiting to move into Scott Manor. They still haven't broken any ground when it comes to that. Tisha, honey, will, she'll follow anything that MARSAU say, honey, okay? They gonna be waiting until what? 2090, honey, to be moving in, child, okay? Just way too long. Oh, so they gonna fix up the house they in and move back and still not in the Scott Manor? Like, just dumb. Just don't make no damn sense, okay? Oh my God, like the sacrifices that I made for my soul, and I make them over and over again. Cause you a dumb diddy dum dum. Okay, but Tisha is one of them women. Long as I got a man, I will sacrifice, I will suffer, I will cuss a bitch out, I will do whatever I got to do, honey, as long as I got my man, honey. Okay? Big toenail head. Now, really quickly, I may post this. I don't know if, I'm gonna do it today, but maybe sometime in the future. I don't know, child. But I was watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, and it was something with MARSAU and Tisha at that last reunion after she did her little lamb chops play along puppet show, and she got to really expressing herself, and I just sat up there and watched how controlled she was. Like, I could never be with a man like MARSAU. I just think that that's so abusive, to be in a marriage with somebody where you're having a moment, you're pissed off, you're trying to express yourself, you're getting kind of emotional, and she goes to lean back and he says, "Get up, babe, get up." As if he don't ever get upset, as if he don't ever lose his mind, honey, for a little bit. Y'all remember when he was trying to fight Hook-headed? It was like, damn, can the woman be herself for 5 minutes? Like, can she just have a moment? He didn't allow her to express herself with the whole Mel and Miss Wanda thing. He wanted her to stay out of that, and you don't have the right to have an opinion. Ladies, I want y'all to pay attention to this. Pay attention if you are ever around a man, because I was around one. I think this was about a couple of years ago. Yeah, and I had this one man I used to work with at a job, and he was so annoying, so controlling. We would have conversations. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't. He would say that to me. You shouldn't feel like that. You shouldn't do that. You should shut the fuck up. Shit. When I tell you it took everything in me not to Ike Turner his ass, you would have saw his ass going up to the damn sky. Shut up, bitch. Don't tell me how to feel, how to breathe, how to talk. That is so annoying. It is not masculinity to be that damn controlling. Okay? It's insecurity. Insecurity. Just, and for some reason, when I seen that clip of MARSAU and Tisha, y'all go back and watch it after she did her little puppet show. And he was so controlling of her. Oh, get up. Like, you don't have the right to feel away. You don't, and she was tripping. Don't get me wrong. But, she's a human being. Let her have her moment. Never, never, never. You'll never catch me with no man like that. I ain't never been with no man like that, because I think they know better. I think they know dinner is coming and you don't know what's going to be served. Okay, don't do that with me. I don't like that. Ugh. Now, honey, let's get back to this here episode. So, MARSAU get to telling Tisha about Tiffany and all the stuff she was saying to SHEREE about, Martell being a cheater. And, MARSAU was like, yeah, can you believe that, Tiffany would say such a thing like that to SHEREE? And, babe, I just can't believe that. Like, who walk up to somebody and ask, if they a cheater? Like, who would do that, babe? And then MARSAU was like, well, reportedly, honey, Tiffany would, I just can't believe Tiffany would say such a thing. She don't even know SHEREE like that. Like, she don't know her. She had just met her. Like, how dare she? I just think that Tiffany, that pretty is going to her head. She be saying stuff and she knows she pretty. And so when Tisha said that, I caught that. And I was like, Tisha, no. I was not feeling what she was saying about Tiffany. Like, Tiffany does this because she's pretty. Let me say this. And Tiffany is a biracial woman, light-skinned woman, okay? So a lot of women out here like Tiffany. Tiffany never brags about her looks. She never comes off like the stuck-up, I'm pretty, light-skinned girl, right? We don't get that from her. So for Latisha to say that, it just let me know you may be jealous of this woman. Like, where did that come from? Why did you have to mention how she looked? Tiffany is just messy as hell. That's how you could have left that. But the fact that you went in just for a little second on how she looks, that's like, I was like, why are you even saying that? Tiffany don't give that. Like, come on. MARSAU says, well, she ain't that pretty. Nigga, you ain't that cute. Shit. Okay? You ain't that cute at all. You don't need to be talking about Tiffany's looks. Okay? And I don't give a damn how you look. Okay? I couldn't be with no man like you. A lot of y'all that act like MARSAU, y'all don't even look that good. You're not even paying all the bills and, walking around, honey, acting like a damn slave master. Like, child, make it make sense. Then MARSAU, did y'all catch him when he said that, Tiffany is trying to date a cheater or just because she cheated? See, this is what the men on this show do. Because most of them are misogynistic, what Martell did was very acceptable to them. Like him messing around with Ariane. I don't give a damn what they say. I don't give a damn about Maurice getting down to the reunion talking about he ain't never hung out with Martell and the girl. Nigga, you knew what was up and you didn't get your ass up to leave, which means you was okay with Martell cheating. The men on this show feel like when a man cheats, it's acceptable. And then in our society, it's socially acceptable, not just by men, but by women. And I would love for you all to know when I tell women I've cheated, they just be like, oh, you lack morals and I don't lack shit. I know I'm not being faithful to no motherfucker out here that ain't truly faithful to me. And I will know if you're faithful to me by how you speak to me. Let some dumb shit come up out your mouth. Because I done had a few suckers try me and I was like, oh, okay, I'm looking forward to the rest of the day because I know what I'm going to be doing and who I'm going to be talking to. Okay, I don't play that shit. You watch what you say. People will, especially men, get all up in your face, talking slick and shit. Bitch, watch it. Okay, you want to watch that. Don't talk to Miss Robinson any kind of way. So, yeah, you don't owe nobody. I'm sorry that, you all may not like that, but it is what it is. And I said what I said, and I ain't coming up off of it. You don't owe nobody no loyalty that's being disrespectful to you. Okay? You don't owe them to tell them it's over. It was over when they started disrespecting you, talking all slick at the mouth and you know, you have men out here that compare you to other women and just being real slick and being nasty. People are very passive aggressive these days. And why are a lot of men like that? Because it works. Oh, I'll say what I need to say. I won't put my hands on her, but I done said some little slick shit. And bitch, I don't owe you no loyalty. I don't. I done had a few men, honey, back in my day say, well, I heard you was talking to this one and that. You sure the fuck heard right? Okay, I don't owe you no loyalty. You remember what you said on Friday, nigga? Okay, but you wasn't supposed to, and I ain't gonna be loyal to you either. Shit, I don't owe you anything. And I'm not saying I'm out here just slinging pussy left and right, you know, but I'm not, as soon as you get to talking disrespectful to me and I have a conversation with you to never do that again, and you just keep fucking doing it, I don't owe you no loyalty. And let me really be clear, I don't even always give a conversation because I know grown people know what they're saying. They're saying what they're saying to be hurtful and to be malicious. So no loyalty, sweetie, up over here. Okay, at the brand new 715 headquarters. Okay? They talking about these hoes ain't loyal, but no, you niggas need to watch what y'all saying. So next we see Tiffany. She heads home and she talks to Big Lou. He's in the driveway and she gets to talking to him about how Martell and MARSAU, you know, bum rushed her with this whole thing of her asking SHEREE, you know, is Martell, how does it feel to be with a cheater? And, you know, that whole thing. Now, Big Lou was just like, you really said it like that? And she was like, yeah, you know, I've cheated. You've cheated. I was like, come on, Tiffany. Come through, Tiffany. I didn't cheat. Goddamn, I wasn't happy at one point. I did what I did and you did what you did. And, you know, it is what it is. Okay. Now, let me say this real quick. The only way cheating is wrong to me, right? Especially when you're in a marriage and then the person is being faithful to you. Now, y'all may have y'all issues and y'all may be, you know, talking stuff out. And then if you go and step out on it, I just feel like that type of stuff is wrong. You know, I get in relationships and marriages, they're not going to be perfect. You know, you guys aren't going to always get along. But as long as you all still have that respect for each other, then by all means, of course you don't, you know, step out on your mate. You all are married. It's another level there, right? When you're married. So that I disagree with. But, yeah, so Tiffany downloads, you know, Big Lou on all of that. And Big Lou is just like, ooh, child, it's going to be a problem. Because two men should never, you know, come at a woman like that. And, you know, I'm going to check them. You know, the first time I wasn't ready for them. But this time, honey, I'm all the way live. I'm ready. I said, get them, Big Lou. Tear their ass up, okay? The same way you be tearing that damn buffet up down to the Golden Corral, honey. Okay, come on, Big Lou. Big Lou was all sexy and stuff when he was defending his wife. Like, come on, Big Sexy. Okay, shit. Next, honey, we got Kimmi and Maurice. You know, they are in the car. It looked like they are on their way to maybe Kimmi's appointment or something. They get to talking about their sex life. Of course, Maurice is never satisfied. I'm like, Maurice, you don't deserve no cootie cat. You can't even tell Monster to do his damn chores. So if I was Kimmi, honey, I wouldn't be giving you no poo nanny either. Okay, sure. And it wouldn't have nothing to do with no cancer. I just don't feel like he deserves that. But, you know, Kimmi is his wife. She feels a way, you know, she can't really and doesn't really desire sex the way, you know, she once did before, you know, going through all these cancer treatments. So, and then when I look at them, you guys, I just see the slavery within their marriage. And I already thought and already know, I should say, that MARSAU and Tisha got a slavery marriage, but Kimmi and Maurice, they the next runner-up, honey, on this here show. And I know that they would disagree, but, honey, it just got slavery written all over it. Okay, and then you got Maurice in his confessional. You know, it's never a second of the day I'm not thinking about sex, you know, even, you know, while she's been going through this journey. And it just sounds so selfish, so narcissistic. you and your wife are trying to get over this big hurdle. Like, can you not have sex on the brain all the time? Like, the fact that men try to make themselves into, I don't know, I just feel like women, we're sexual too, right? And I understand everything that Kimmi is going through and how, you just don't feel sexy no more. You're losing your hair. She mentioned, her eyebrows is growing back. Certain places it ain't growing hair no more. I understood Kimmi. But I'm not featuring Maurice, you guys. I just feel like he's too damn selfish and narcissistic, like his brother. Now, don't get me wrong, he could be the voice of reason sometimes on this show, but yeah, he just comes off as like too into himself, and he puts everything off on Kimmi. I don't really think he has really fully understood everything she has been through with this cancer treatment, with the, your mentality changes after going through something so devastating, something so personal. I just don't feel like he's really wrapped his brain around that. Because if he really did, I just feel like he would come at her differently. And sex would be the last thing, that you would be like, oh, I just, I need it so much. And no, like, you need to get up out of that. Maurice said he, tries to see, when he can, have sex with Kimmi. He tries to, notice, I guess, when she put her leg up. I'm like, my nigga, is she a dog, my nigga? Like, did anybody else get offended when he said that? When she put her leg up, when she wagged her tail? Child, like, Maurice, you need to make love to your woman's mind and just stop trying to get laid. And y'all need to watch some damn porn, okay? Y'all is just, if you watch some porn, you go get in the mood. Them draws go get wet, goddammit. That's something I used to always do before I had sex. Watch some porn, I get both of y'all in the mood. And then, you turn that on off and y'all get busy. So I think that would help them. They need to spice it up, So next, honey, we see Kimmi. I love the wig she had on. It was pretty. I love that color on her skin. She meeting up with her friend. Is it Andrea? Now, the girl looked like she could be related to Kimmi. So is it her cousin or her friend? I didn't, I don't know. But I really like the girl's energy. She really seemed like somebody that would be Kimmi's friend. Like, they have the same mannerisms. They kind of have the same look, same aesthetic. And I'm like, yeah, Kimmi girl, this is who you need to be around. Get away from that damn downtrodden slavery mentality ass sister-in-law of yours, okay? You really go be in the basement, honey. Not even on the first floor hanging around that trollop, but ooh, child, Miss Robinson called a woman a trollop. But, ooh, child, Tisha just get on my nerves, honey. But, yeah, they sitting up there talking about Kimmi and Maurice's, sex life, and how Kimmi is just really not in the mood anymore due to all these chemo treatments and, just going through this whole cancer journey. It has really, made her feel ugly and not sexy. And even though I haven't been through what Kimmi has been through, I really understood, where she was coming from. I felt bad for her, you guys, because, that's sad, to hear a woman say that. We love our hair and looking sexy and having some good sex, right? We love to experience the fullness of life. And for Kimmi to be at this point with her husband, honey, and I just feel like she got the wrong husband. I said it. I think he's like too self-centered, and he light-skinned too, and you kind of know how them kind of men are. Okay, I said it. Okay, some of you dark-skinned niggas though that know that y'all sexy, y'all just too into y'allself too. I don't know. That's what I get for Maurice, you guys. From Maurice, I may be wrong, but it just seemed like she needs somebody that can make love to her mind. I know there's this man in my past that, child, when I tell you, just hearing that man voice, honey, made Miss Robinson want to take them drawers off, honey. Okay, just know how to talk to a woman. Just, not on this slavery shit and, yeah, bend over and I want sex 3 and 4 times a day and I'm suffering because, I'm not getting it the way that I want to. And like, get out of here with this selfish, narcissistic BS. The woman has went through cancer. And of course, y'all are married. I get everybody got needs. But damn shit, can her needs be put first? Okay, remember, for better or for worse, what happened to that nigga? Okay, that's why I told you I ain't quick to walk down no damn aisle unless it's the grocery aisle. Okay, to get one of Miss Robinson's snacks. But these niggas, they don't mean that shit. This is not all of them, okay? It's not all married men. I do know some married men I respect, and I really do like them, and I like their wives. But I'm talking about Kimmi and Maurice, the slavery edition, where, he just puts more on your plate and he's not really in tune with you and talking to you in the right way to make you want to, throw them drawers off. Okay, take the drawers off. Okay, I used to have a man made me want to just take my wig off. And, like, if you with the right man, I just feel like all of this wouldn't be so hard. But it's going to be hard with a nigga like Larice, the lawyer, honey. Okay, that be lying by omission. And I just caught his ass on that interview that I posted with him and Kimmi. He has said to the interviewer, yeah, I answer questions like a lawyer, which means he's gonna lie to protect himself. Okay? We'll say allegedly, honey, but to cover my ass. But, we know what it is. Ain't that right, squad? We know what time it is. So Kimmi's friend goes on and on about she got her real estate license. Kimmi talks about Maurice, he not getting the sex, enough. He's getting it less and less. And for some reason, like the way that her and her friend was talking, it just seemed like Kimmi had a moment where she's nervous that Maurice may pull a Martell hold and get it from elsewhere if she doesn't satisfy him. Girl, don't play into that, okay? Don't play into that. He your husband. He need to be, patient, with you. Tell him, remember the vows, nigga, okay? Kimmi tells her friend that Maurice called her out for faking it. See, like I said, he's not in tune with her. When somebody is in tune with you, it won't be no need for you to fake anything. Period. So they got some serious issues. And the thing with Maurice and Kimmi is, I think that they kind of are judgmental towards the other couples on this show, even Melody and Martell. But it's like, honey, y'all stuff ain't squeaky clean either, boo-boo. Okay, because Miss Robinson can see the cracks. Okay? You know what's really funny? Like I said, I was watching the reunion and I remember there was this clip of Maurice and they were talking about cheating and MARSAU, allegedly cheated on Tisha when he was hearting the lady's pic. And I heard Maurice say, well, I must be guilty of cheating too because, I certainly look and, I do similar things. Like, go back and watch it, you guys. He was saying little stuff under his breath. And I was like, ooh, just tell it on yourself. Now, I don't think that you are a cheater if you're looking at somebody. We all have eyes, right? I've been in relationships and I done seen something that that look good to my eye, honey. And that's not cheating to just look, but I do feel like you are cheating when you begin doing like a lot of flirting and messaging the person, all that stuff. That stuff to me is like, it means that you would do it. Cheating is not just sex. And that's what a lot of men try to do. And that's what they did on that last reunion. They tried to, and I watched, especially Maurice and MARSAU, And you already know Hook had it. He a hoe. Okay, you a hoe. You know you a hoe. How do you know? Okay, because that ooga booga you was with tells us so. And allegedly, honey, Hook had it been out here on the town, honey, with Miss Belinda, honey. But you ain't heard it from Miss Robinson. Now, is he seeing her and her friend, honey? Put it in the comments. But back to what I was saying. Men like to make it look like, well, cheating is only if you have sex with a person. No, it's all that flirting that you all do when you get to work, licking your lips, making certain comments, and I know because I actually had a conversation with a man that I had caught doing that with. He was doing that to this other woman we worked with, and he was married. And I remember I was just like, well, don't you think, because he was talking all this bullshiggity about, you know, how he don't believe in cheating and all this Boy Scout shit. I was like, bitch, you lying, because I caught your ass looking at our coworker's ass the other day, you licking your lips, and you always in her face, and like she your little work girlfriend, honey. But yeah, I don't believe in cheating. I believe you should leave, and that's just so, you know, nasty when a person does that, and it says a lot about their character. But he the main one all up in this woman's face. Okay, like when I tell y'all gotta go by what these niggas do, not by what they say, because they'll talk a good game, honey. Okay, talk is cheap. Hell, talk is free. It ain't even cheap. Okay, now, honey, let's get on over to Tiffany's baby shower, honey. We see the Fletchers are there. Maurice is, you know, putting on a show, trying to act all helpful with Kimmy. He offered to go get her some food. You know, he one of them people. It sounds nice, right? It looks nice. Tiffany is, you know, at the baby shower taking pictures, you know, with her friends and family. She said, you know, they put it together, you know, for her. So, and Tiffany is glowing, and Big Lou seems happy enough. You know, he ain't even want the damn baby. So, Tiffany, I hope you know that this baby girl is yours, and you gonna be doing, you know, most of the work, honey. Okay? Because Big Lou told your big ass he didn't want that baby like that. Okay, he told you, but you didn't listen. Okay. So Maurice goes to the table where Tisha and Nell and, you know, everybody is sitting. And Maurice is like, where my brother at? What's going on with him? And here goes Tisha. Oh, I don't think that MARSAU is gonna make it. Like, I don't think he gonna make it. So Kimmi said, oh, he had to bail on the baby shower, huh? Tisha said, he don't really not feeling Tiffany right now. Like, yeah, you know, they kind of had words. So, yeah, I don't think we gonna see MARSAU. And in comes MARSAU. This is why you never listen to a trick like Tisha, honey. Okay, that just, she ain't got no control over her man. Her man can say and do whatever. He can say, bitch, I'm going to the moon. And she gonna be like, what time you gonna be back, MARSAU? Like, she that type of girl. And it's like, girl, bye. But yeah, he just came right on in, and girl, once again, the shit that you say and what ends up happening, it doesn't match up. And that's how we know not to take your ass seriously. Okay? Maurice knew better than that, and so did Kimmi, right? I hear Miss Nell telling Tisha and them, well, you know, as far as Martell dating other women, you know, Mel is not ready to meet any of them yet. And I'm just looking like, if I was Mel, I would never talk to him again after that bullshiggity with that plot that he got together to do with that ooga booga. I would never have nothing to do with him again. Okay? Hey, Tiffany. Oh, absolutely. Mel comes in with all her glory, honey, hugging on Tiffany. No, girl, you the one that look good, honey. So Mel and Tiffany, they take pictures. I like that they had the little photo booth there. Tisha is downloading Stormy on what Tiffany said to SHEREE about, you know, how does it feel being with a cheater, and do you think your punani is good enough to, you know, keep Martell? Which are good questions because, hell, you know. Kimmi says she is stunned, to say the least, honey. It's a better way than to communicate than that, Miss Tiffany. Okay, but y'all know how Tiffany is. Tiffany messy, honey. Tiffany go ask what the people want to know. I call Tiffany, honey, the people's champ, honey. Okay. So Nell ends up saying, so y'all gonna keep having this conversation while Mel is at the table, and here come that messy ass Tisha, and she couldn't wait to say this to Melody. Okay, she couldn't wait to talk to Mel about Martell, who he's dating. Well, Martell is dating, and, we was already talking about a situation, Mel, before you even got to the table, and Mel is just looking all uninterested and stuff, honey. Okay. We didn't want you to feel uncomfortable at the table, just by talking about it, in her face. Well, in your face. And I'm like, Tisha, if you had any respect for yourself and Mel and others, you would have just ended the conversation as soon as the woman walked up. As soon as Mel hit the table, you should have shut your damn mouth. But no, since you're a messy first floor witch, okay, you figured you would, continue on being messy and let Melody know about things she don't care about, because she don't care about who Martell is dating. Martell was dating and screwing while he was married to her. Have you ever thought of that? Y'all ain't gonna make me feel uncomfortable about talking about anything, because I don't really care, like God said, go girl. Like, I'm gonna go get me a plate. Ooh, child, we still working on that male voice, honey. I can't get it, y'all. I can, I do everybody else good enough, honey. Okay? Male is normally a hit or miss. Now, did y'all watch that part where MARSAU had came in and he hugged Stormy and then wouldn't give Stormy's husband Courtney a handshake? He just completely ignored him, and Courtney's hand was just left out there. I said, big toenail head, you so damn rude. You just lack personal training, honey. Ooh, child. I said personal training. You just lack having manners, honey, and decorum. Can't even take you out in public. You are to greet a man and his wife. Okay, but you don't know nothing about that, honey. Okay, you are in a one-sided marriage. Okay. Oh, my bad. Mel didn't just walk away. It was Nell, okay, that repeated the whole thing. And I was shocked that Nell had said this. I said, look at Nell. Nell is messy. And Mel is, ooh, child, like Miss Nell was ready for the scene. I just wasn't expecting that from her, but she get to telling Mel, well, so Miss Nell says, so did you hear what Tiffany said to Sheree? Like, do she think her poo nanny good enough to keep Martell? And Mel is just looking like, huh? What? They didn't bleep out the poo nanny word. Here go Tisha. Golly, Miss Nell, like, dang, like. I'm like, Tisha, shut up. So Miss Nell says, oh, I'm sorry, vagina. And here go Tisha. Well, she did say the P word. I guess we could just say it how it is, Here go Tisha. But that what MARSAU said, I can't believe Tiffany would say something like that. So we see Mel, that's when she finally gets up on her guy said go tip. And I don't blame her, honey, because Miss Robinson wouldn't be the least bit interested in what these people is saying, especially Tisha, who was a slave, honey, up in her marriage. Okay, that heifer don't know if she coming or going. Okay. Kimmi too. I'm just saying. Stormy get to telling the story all the way wrong, because she get to talking about how Mel drove to see Sheree to get a picture, and that's not the story. The story I heard is Mel was already going to a certain event, and Sheree happened to be at that same event, and that's kind of how the picture came about. It wasn't like she was a fan of Sheree. And if we really think about it, who the hell is a fan of a heifer that can't keep her peach, honey, on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey? Okay.
So actually, that was actually years ago, and I had already had a speaking engagement in Birmingham, and I drove down there on my own, and I spoke at the event, and even Marsau, he was there too. So, it ain't really no big deal. Like, what's up?
Girl, Stormy really thought she was doing something at that table. When I look at Stormy, the visual I have of her being on this show is her being a DJ and like scratching records, like trying to be relevant, trying to be in the mix, like like trying to do that bullshiggity, honey. Miss Nail says to Mel, so you ain't got a problem with her?
I don't. My issues don't lie with certain people. My issues lie with one person.
And that's hook-headed Martell, okay? Martell hook-headed hoe, honey, is what Miss Robinson called that fool. So next, honey, we see hook-headed Marceau and Big Lou. They all head outside. And hook-headed says he just wants to enjoy his cupcake, but he got to talk to Big Lou about his woman. So Big Lou says, honey, I want to know what was truly said, before I react to anything. Big Lou tells Marceau that Tiffany came at him feeling some type of way after talking to Marceau and Martell about the whole SHEREE debacle. Big Lou and Tiffany, they don't feel like this is a big deal because SHEREE is a big girl. And if SHEREE had an issue, she should have said something to Tiffany. And I agree with that. After, during the conversation they was having, SHEREE should have said all of that to Tiffany. Martell says that me and Tiffany was actually meeting about Selma because I guess, Martell, was going to be a part of something and Tiffany, was going to assist with that. So they never had that conversation. Martell says, I didn't like the things she was saying to SHEREE. I felt like it was very inappropriate and disrespectful for her to say certain things. And I'm like, you could tell Hook-headed is a real Mitch because he had way more energy for Tiffany than he did for Big Lou, So Big Lou says, well, I guess Tiffany had asked SHEREE, how does it feel to date a cheater? And then Marceau and Martell get to saying, oh, it gets worse than that. Martell says he doesn't like to be called a cheater. Nigga, that's what you are. Like, these niggas act like whole Chucky dolls. Like, if you do not want the reputation for terrorizing women and trying to cheat on them and put them in lowest terms and make them question and doubt themselves, then I suggest you stop terrorizing women. Okay, like you niggas, y'all have a choice. Okay, but y'all do all this shit to a woman to break her down, and then you don't want to be affiliated with certain terms. You don't want to be called a cheater. Okay? And then Martell says, oh, well, yeah. She even said to SHEREE, oh, you think your coochie is good enough to keep him? Those are accurate questions. Look at who we dealing with, okay? Shit, you was dating all up and through your marriage to Melody and then had the nerve to have a whole fit when you seen her out on a date after y'all divorced. This is after the damn divorce. She's out on a date and you was acting a fool. But you get to cheat and sleep with all types of women and do whatever you want. Have them calling her phone and child, a mess. No, see, that's that I'm a man and a man can do that and a man, like, child, that is not right. That's why I talk to you all the way that I do on this channel. It's not for no reason. I'm not an asshole, guys. I'm really not. You have to deal with certain people accordingly. Okay? Because I really do feel like we are in this narcissistic society, especially with some of these men that just feel like they can treat and talk to you any kind of way without any type of consequence or repercussion. So Big Lou gets to defending his wife, saying Tiffany didn't mean no harm. You know, you're going to have to cross these barriers anyways from your past, from you being a cheater, which he don't want to do. He just want to treat Melody any kind of way. We all just supposed to sit back and just forgive him and like, child, bye. So MARSAU interrupts Big Lou and said, man, shut up. You covering for your wife. Nigga, when the last time you covered for your wife? Okay, when the last time you done had her back? I know this looks foreign to you, huh? Big Lou, honey, in the confessional trying to figure out, what does MARSAU have to do with this? Child, he just a messy queen, honey, okay? So Mellow Yellow hear that things is getting loud outside and he joins them because he ain't got nothing else to do, honey. Okay? Lou feels like Martell should have came to him and not went to his wife. Maurice gets in the middle of Big Lou and Martell because it was getting close, but Hookheaded didn't want that action. He loves arguing with women. He backs off when it comes to men, and that's how a lot of these niggas act. They're like very weak like that. They're programmed to argue with women. Big Lou says he'll see if he could get Tiffany to apologize to Sheree. Martell feels satisfied with that. Big Lou admits that Tiff was wrong with how she, phrased some of the questions. So, he's not negating that. He just wanted the guys, to talk to him because he feels like y'all are two men. And I'm like, shit, that's debatable. I don't, there ain't no man like you, Big Lou. Okay? They couldn't wait to corner that woman. So we see Tiffany off in the corner talking to Stormy. She's feeling like dizzy and, So the men ended up slapping fives. Tiffany ends up crying. Big Lou goes and hugs her and she's telling him she's feeling really dizzy. And baby, the episode went off. Okay, all right. Okay, that's all I got to say about that. Don't forget, you guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.